welcome to another glorious day here in Australia. It's me again. I'm on the telly. Trevor, Wildkids. How are you? Are you good? Yeah? What have you been up to? Really? Well, that's kind of amazing. And that, well, yeah, that as well. Well, that's terrific. Well, I've been watching Mr. Kookaburra up here. He's just having a bit of a chat. He was a bit camera shy earlier, but he's up in the tree. He's now laughing at me because I'm talking into a camera. He's bonkers. But I was down here and I've just seen another reason why plants are clever. I keep telling you, don't I? Plants are clever. And I found this guy. This baby transporting device. Now, some plants just plop their seeds on the ground. Some plants let their seeds stick onto us like that. Look, see, they're stuck on my fur. But this guy, who knows what this is? Who knows what this is? It's a dandelion. That's right, well done. Now, dandelions are so clever because they have made teeny tiny, eeny weeny, oony doony, iddle widdle parachutes. So when the wind blows, they float away. I'll do it again, ready? Watch this. There's the seeds, there they go. There's some more. I'll blow some, ready? 1, 2, 3. Look at that! And there they go. And you can see on here now all the tiny seeds. Do you see them? And those will grow into new plants far, far away from where the grown-up plant was. Now, you can see a kookaburra. Well, that's amazing. Aren't they the best? Don't they have the best laugh?
I saw one turning around.
You saw one turning around? Was he dancing?
And there's another kookaburra.
Dance? Yeah. Yeah. Well, wasn't that funny?
But why is you're funny?
Because he's laughing at me. Now, let's go for a walk, guys. We're gonna go in the woods. Is that all right? You following or no? Yeah? Well, let's go over the woods, guys. Let's just have a look and just see what we can find, because there's always something to see. There's always something interesting to find.
Okay.
Look at these seeds here. Look at this grass. This is just grass that cows could eat, sheep can eat, goats can eat, horses can eat. People who don't know it's grass and think it's edible can eat. Personally, and weird people who do running and they drink grass. Wait, what's that all about? So, this grass is being super clever as well. I keep telling you, plants are clever. I'm going to have that on a t-shirt. Now, this has grown really, really tall because this is the grass down here. Look how small that is. And then when it's time to grow flowers and seeds, it goes taller and taller and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's almost as big as me. This is giant, enormous.
And it's even bigger than me.
It's even bigger than you, mate. It is. Now, on here, these are the flowers and these are the seeds. And when the wind comes, all these get blown away as well. And then, I'll just pick a bit off because this one's finished. That's all that's left. And what's brilliant is if you like doing pictures with grass, you can turn these onto some paper and then you've got a tree, which is super clever. Or you could paint it and then do that. Or you could grab a whole bunch of these together, tie them on a stick and use it as a brush. Amazing! How much of a genius am I? Well, I'm not really, because I'm just nicking the ideas off the clever plants. Should we go? Let's go this way. Oh, now guys, look at these leaves. Look at these beautiful shaped leaves. And this is kind of like an oak tree leaf. And this is amazing because this tree has fallen off, this leaf has fallen off the tree. Now there's a reason why it's fallen off the tree. It's because It's a special kind of tree that is a deciduous tree. And it's one of my favourite words. I used to love saying it when I was small. A deciduous. Now, deciduously, the tree lets all of its summer leaves all fall off, and they all fall on the ground. And then over winter, it has a rest. There it goes there. And then in the springtime, you'll see this soon. So in the springtime, they grow new leaves and have a whole new fresh start. But we're not in spring. We're in a different season, aren't we? Who knows what season we're in? Because some of the trees here don't really tell us what season we're in. But when the trees are going golden, you can tell we're actually in the season of autumn. Should we keep going? Let's go. Come on. Yes, mate. Oh, well, he's supposed to fall off. Leaves are supposed to fall off. Now, so don't forget, if you want to say hi to me, you can always type in and say hi and give you a mention. And if you have any questions about anything I do, you can go onto my Wildkids Facebook page, or you can also message me on www.wildkidsaustralia. Go on that website there. That's my other page. It's a bit rubbish and boring. And there's also, you can contact me on Gmail, which is wildkidsaustralia@gmail.com if you've got any questions about nature that you want me to answer. Now, over here, let's have a look over here. How are we doing, guys? Very exciting. All these plants here have started to take over this mound of soil. Now, this was put here by some builders because they were building a house just behind us. And nature's already started to jump in. And we've got lots of plants that have come from seeds, and all of a sudden they're starting to take hold, and very, very soon, in a couple of years' time, this will all be covered in green. Nature always finds a way to live. Very, very clever thing, Mrs. N, Mother Nature. She's brilliant, and that's why, because it's always giving life, it's called Mother Nature, not Father Nature, because it's generally like in my house with my kids. I'm not being the mother doing everything like that. I'm just there to drive the car. So, here we go, walking through here. Oh, there's a lovely dog. Hello, dog. There's some lovely humans. Hello, humans. So we're walking through here, and we can see some more seeds here, look. Show you some inside here. These are actually really ready, really ripe. Now it's a bit of a weed, this one, and it's called the Eastern Cassia. This one, and inside it's doing the same job. Look at all these seeds. Now these seeds have got a little bit bigger. They're like quite juicy, almost juicy, but they're all doing the same thing. All got the same thing going on. All these beautiful green. Look at that beautiful colour. Isn't that beautiful green? And then in front here, look at this grass. Now this grass has got all the fluffy, feathery things. And it's not because a bird's got stuck here. It just thought, birds can fly. So can I. How clever is that? Amazing. Let's keep going. Now over here we've got some more these fallen logs. Brilliant hotel, and this time of year is brilliant because a lot of the bugs that we've got around will be looking for somewhere to stay because it's getting cold. Wasn't it cold this morning? Oh, well, all my wild kids in Cornwall will be being really hot right now because it's coming into summer. But in Australia, my wild kids in Australia, it's getting colder. So that's why I've got my warm jacket uncovered up today. Still got my hat on because it's so bright and sunny. Now what we can do is lift up this and see if we can find any bugs. I don't know if there are any in here. I had a look earlier and I didn't see any. No, there's no bugs in this one. But what we can do is we're going to walk along a little bit more and see if there are any bugs at my bug house. Now, do you remember I put a load of food here. Oh, I'm going to have to move this spider's web. Hi, Mr. Spider.
Trevor.
Now, look. Oh, what a find. Look at that pine cone. Thank you, mate. That's gorgeous. Love pine cones. Pine cones are brilliant for making pictures as well. And the seeds from the pine cone are all in these little bits here. And what will happen is when they open up, the seeds will be inside. So here, we've got a... Look at this. There's a leaf, a floating leaf. But if you're careful, if I'm careful, what it actually is, that is a house. And if you can see, there's some little legs there. And of that is a leaf curling spider. Now the spider makes that home. And he's made his little web here and he hides in here. He's so clever, he hides in here. And when a fly gets caught on his web, all the pieces of silk that make the web are like telephone wires. And when the fly gets caught in the web, it goes ding ling 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 ling. And the spider can feel that on his feet. And he goes, oh! Ooh. When he hears that ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, dinner is served. Now, I'm not going to walk through his web because it's not a very nice thing to do, is it, to walk through someone's home, not without permission. But over here is our little bug house, and it started to change. And it looks like there's been some things in here because that was full up with grass and things like that, and it's all been picked out. Now, I imagine that a brush turkey's done that, but it certainly means that the birds around here are looking for food.
I can see another pine cone.
You can see another pine cone. Would you like to hold that pine cone for me? Thank you very much. Now, I've just seen down here, I don't know if I think he's just gone, I think he's gone hiding.
I got a pocket in my jacket.
You want to put it in your pocket in the jacket, sweetie? Whoopsie. Shall I hold it for a minute? Or are you going to take it? Okay. Now, there was a jumping spider down here, but I think he's jumped away because he's gone, oh my goodness, there's a human! Because we don't have a good rep. We don't have a good reputation because a lot of people do hurt spiders because they're scared of them, because they don't know about them. Now, spiders are brilliant, very, very clever things, but that doesn't mean they're all nasty. Whoa, if you're a fly, you're in trouble. If you're a bee, not so much. If you're a cockroach, you're in big trouble from everybody, but especially spiders, because they're great for dinner. Now, we are going to keep going on through here, through the woods. Now, there's lots of trees that have fallen down here because of some storms and because they've got old. And sometimes when you're old, sometimes you don't, especially with trees, the roots here aren't in the soil very much. And they can fall over when there's been strong wind, and that's what's happened. That's what's happened here. So lots of these trees have fallen over because of the wind, but that's okay. It's vital they do. It's really important they do, because in here and in here, this is where bugs can live over winter. So the bugs have a shelter. We live in a house, so do bugs. But they use what's around them, not using bricks, not getting one and living in a big estate. So here, all these holes and all these splits are perfect little doorways for bugs to go in. And what's going to happen is this. Termites are going to go in here. And they're going to make some, because they like eating wood. And you can see it here. Oh, there's this, look, this is sand. Sand inside a tree. Now, the tree doesn't suck up sand. It's not built with sand. That's put in there by the termites. And the termites use it to keep cool or keep warm. It's very clever. Termites are very, very clever animals. So they've put the seed in here and they've done that to protect them and made it like a little highway inside. But it's just earth from what they've gathered. Can't speak today. But look, they've gathered all that earth, put it inside, and actually feels quite damp. So they like it a little bit moist. Let's see if I can prise this open a little bit. Let's have a look in here. See, yeah, look, it's a little bit moist. Now, don't you go sticking your hands in here without checking first. I was a little bit cheeky and I checked here earlier to see if there was anything dangerous. There wasn't, so that's why I'm able to check it now, okay? But don't you go sticking your hands in holes where you can't see what's in there. That's really, really important, okay? Awesome. Now, all of these things here have fallen over naturally. So down here, but there's also signs of life. And you can tell there's bugs been about because look, you've got a little pile of sand here. Now when you see a little pile of sand like this, what that usually means is there could be some ants around here, or there could be some termites, and it's all wet, it's all moist. I'm using a stick now to keep it away so I don't hurt anything. Now look at this, this is clever. Look at that. You see that? Those are the little tendrils of fungus and fungi and mushrooms that all live in the woods. They all live underground. And trees use these to send messages to other trees. And if a tree around here is being attacked by a disease, it sends a message via the fungus to say, I'm not very well. And the trees try and use some of the nutrients that they're getting up from the soil to actually make themselves feel better and make themselves not sick. So how clever are plants? Super clever. We only get our ideas off of plants. Most of the good ideas that we think we've come up with. Plants. Okay. Let's go over here. Now we've got some stones over here that have fallen down. Now stones are a really good place for bugs to take shelter as well. So, let's have a look here. We've got some big stones here, and we've got some fallen pieces of wood here. Now I'm going to have a look here to see if some of these stones I can move. Now, let's have a look here. As we pull this back, oh look! Let's see what we've got here. We've got a little ground beetle. Hey, look at this guy. Is that an earwig? It's an earwig. Hello, Mr. Earwig. How are you? He's desperately holding on to a piece of soil because he's like, oh no, I'm going to get eaten by a giant, enormous thing. But he's not, because I'm not going to hurt him. He'll know. So I'm going to put that back. Just like that. But the brilliant thing is, because I've just shown you what there, look at the roots. You can see here the way that the roots are in the soil and they're sucking up the nutrients for all these plants. So you've got a baby privet here, you've got some ground covering plants here. Super, super clever. And then what you can do is avoid the noisy humans and put the stone back right where I found it, because you should always put the stones back, you should always put your sticks back, because the bugs who live there know where they're going, because they will go, where's my house gone? Someone's nicked my house! Phone the police, phone the plant police, phone the insect police. And they turn up and say, who's been bugging you, sir? Get it? Get it? Million? Yeah? No? No? Yeah, alright, yeah. Tough crowd. Let's go. Right then, so all these there's some really good things still going on. Even though we're coming into winter now in Australia, not in Cornwall, not in the UK and in Europe, because you're in your summer, but in the summers in Australia are so hot that the plants, not all plants, actually have flowers through there because they get too shriveled up. So what we have is some plants flower in winter. So here we have this lantana. It's just going over a little bit now because it's come to its end, but it's still got a few little flowers on it. Okay, now over here we've got a great big amount of trees to actually have a quick look at. So we'll just have a look over here. See what we can find. Now, here's a really good one, because this log here, guys, this is really rotted in. So we've got lots of leaves falling over it. It's been rotted down. You can see there's a little bit of animal poo there. I think that's actually kangaroos or wallaby, because we get wallabies here. We get wallabies here, and most of the dog owners are very good and sensible, and they pick up their dog poo. Because, I don't know if you knew this, but pet dogs, wild animals, think that they're quite ferocious. And even if you've got a teeny tiny dog like this, it's a chihuahua, like that. If you've got one of those kind of dogs, an animal such as a minor bird or a kookaburra or a cockatoo or something like, actually thinks it's a wolf, because all dogs come from wolves. Amazing. So, in the bush, in the woods, animals think that, oh my goodness me, the wolves have moved in, so they move out. So, always pick up your dog's business from the paths, because then the smell goes with you and doesn't stay here, so the animals think it's okay. Yeah? It's very important. So, and the animals do need to poo. Plants need the animals to poo, because they get nutrients from the poo, which is like bleh, bleh. So we can't touch the poos, nothing like that. But it rots into the ground like this. There's this kangaroo poo here. It's starting to rot, so the fungus has got in it, and it's going to get wet, and it's all got the nutrients left in the poo. It's going to go into the ground, and that's going to help plants grow. And that's why plants have fruits. So the animals eat fruit. It goes into the belly, comes out the other end, and the plant has got some fertiliser to grow. Genius! Amazing! So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move some of this stuff back here. And what I'm going to do, look how much, see, it's all dry on top, but because it's been raining lately, it's kept the moisture in, and that's really important, because especially in a country like Australia that doesn't have a lot of rain, the leaf matter that falls on the floor keeps the soil moist, which in turn helps the bugs and helps all these baby plants to grow. Now, I'm going to try and move this log, see if I can. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to move it to the log, I'm going to move towards me. So that means if anything's behind it, it can go that way and not be scared. Okay? Let's have a look. Oh, what have we got here? So, see, it's all rotten out. It's all started to rot. There's a bit of soil there. Oh, look, there's a centipede. Look at this guy. You see him? Let's see.
Centipede.
A centipede, yeah. Now they're called centipede because they say they have 100 legs. Oh, it's Marlon! Hi, Marlon. Everybody thought he was a millipede, so they called him Marlon the millipede. But actually, he's a centipede. Whoopsie! Go on, you're jumping off. All right. And he's a centipede, and he has up to 100 legs. But the big ones, that's the giant, enormous, long ones. Usually, they have about 32 legs. And they have a leg on each segment of their body, and that's how you can count them. So you can count the segments, and then you can do it by 2. Now, what else have we got in here? Lots of wet soil, and there's lots of little tracks and roots. Look at these roots here, look. See these roots?
Whoa.
Yeah, look at these roots here. Look at those ones, look at those roots. And they're holding onto soil and giving all the plant loads and loads of nutrients. And that's how they do it. It's like drinking straws, which is super good. Now, I reckon we need to keep walking this way. Now we've got a great big tree that's fallen over here, and we can see here, this one, we're nearly coming to the end of our time, so I better show you some quick stuff. Look, so this is an Angophora, I think. Is it Angophora? It looks like an Angophora, yeah. Now look in here, look. So you've got the protective layer of bark. This is the heartwood here. This is the growing bit. And as it started to shrink and dry, it's made a gap. Now some bug has thought it absolutely a brilliant idea to lay an egg. And if you look here, I don't know if you can see that one, there is a teeny tiny, eeny weeny, oony doony baby millipede curled up, and there's another little bug here. I don't know what that is, and especially with my glasses, I can't see it. But there's some tiny bugs. There's like 3 bugs. There's even tinier, tiny, eeny weeny, tiny, teeny tiny guy, and they're all doing the job. Look at the baby. Look at the baby move. That's a baby millipede. He's probably just hatched. He will be about a day old, I would say. Not very old at all. Now I'm going to cover him up because what he's doing, he's feeling that sunlight on his body and he's going, oh no, too hot for me. I'm being seen. I don't want to get eaten. So now he's hiding under the thick bark of the tree. Okay. Now, I've got to go down the hill now. So I am going to have to say goodbye. It's been fantastic having you with me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it? Yeah? You did? Well, that's awesome. And I really hope to see you next time. Now, don't forget, mums, dads, educators, anything you want to know, just message me on www.wildkidsaustralia.com.au or wildkidsaustralia@gmail.com, or just message me on my Wildkids Australia Facebook page. But as always, been an absolute pleasure. I think we're nearly through this being stuck indoors all the time as well. Sounds really promising that soon we're all going to get back to normal. So until the next time I see you, once again, thank you so much. And I've got to say hello to Nanny Annie. Nanny Annie's always watching. And hello to Alison and all the little kiddie winks up at Tower Dress. How are you doing? Hope you're well. And Abby, hope you're watching today. You watching, Abby? You good? You are? Well, that's awesome. And also all my little friends in Australia. Hi, Alice, if you're watching. Hi, Clara, if you're watching. How you doing? I'll see you soon. Okay, guys? Take care. Bye.